Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be going over keyword arguments as well as args and kwargs. So let's get into it. So, keyword arguments, right? So we're gonna start off with defining a function called plus, and we'll type in num1, num2. And then all we're going to do is return num1 plus num2, right? And so with this function, you've already seen it, right? We can do 4 plus 6. But what we can also do is reassign those variables what we want them to be, right? So we can say plus, and then num1 is equal to let's do 8, and then we'll say num2 is equal to 4, right? Now, so if we print these out, so run that, we can see that we get 10 and 12. So these are basically just how keyword arguments are. They're, the variable, right? And you're assigning that variable the value, right? Anyway, so let's get into args. So we'll make the same function, right? Plus, but in this case, we're going to do a star and args. And args is basically just the convention. You can make args whatever name you want, but like I said, it's just convention. It's kind of the default. Anyways, so with args, we'll go ahead and do something similar. We're going to return the sum of args, right? And so with args, we can pass in any number of variables that we want or values to this one variable, and it will do what we've instructed it to do, which in this case is just return the sum of args. So we can do, for example, let's do 6 and 4, and then we'll do 8 and 2, right? Keep it simple. We'll save that after we type in print so we can actually get that value. Save and run that, and we get 20, right? And then we can also do, let's say 5 and 5, which we should get 30, right? And so we do, and we can add any number of arguments that we want with just star args, right? And so there's another one, which now we're gonna kind of get into how you can, I guess, do this a different way, right? So we'll keep the plus and everything else, but we'll actually redefine this. So we're gonna make a local variable called total. We're gonna set it equal to 0, and then we can use a for loop. So for I and args, we're gonna go ahead and do total plus equal I, and then plus equal I, and then we're gonna return total. Now if we save and run that again, you can see that we get 30. So this is just a different way that you could do the previous version of it without using a built-in function called sum. And so the other one that I wanted to show you guys is args, right? And so with args, like I said, it's variables, but there's also kwargs, which kwargs are keyword arguments, right? So we, like I said in the beginning, we went over a couple, but this one we're gonna be able to pass in a lot, right? So we'll do my func, and then to do kwargs, you do 2 stars. And then, like I said, in this case, you can name it whatever you want. Convention is kwargs, though. And then, so these are key value pairs, right? So we can do for key, comma, value, and kwargs dot items, right? They're kind of like dictionaries, so right, we can do something like this. And then so what we can do is my func, and then we'll pass it in some keyword arguments. So we can say that one, and we'll just call it that for the first parameter, right? And then we'll do welcome, then we'll do now if we save and run, we should get 1 is equal to welcome, 2 is equal to 2, 3 is equal to the 4 video. So with these, you can pass in multiple keyword arguments, and we could do something else to this, right? So you could, for example, remove the last one, or print out a certain value of it. But like I said, keyword arguments are, think of them like dictionaries. But basically, you can pass in multiple of them. And the other thing is that you can do args and kwargs, right? So we'll actually do that, and we'll just say, we'll call this the print function, and then we'll do args kwargs, right? And then so what we can do is just go ahead and print args, kind of formatted a bit, and then we'll go ahead and print kwargs. And then we'll type in print func. And then so we can pass in keyword and arguments, right? So args and kwargs. So the thing about it is you can pass in any data type and strings, whatever, as args and kwargs. So like I said, you can do different functionalities to it. So in this case, we'll just say hello, and then we'll say 25, and then we'll actually pass in a list of 1 through 3, right? And then we'll do first is equal to hello, second is equal to 62, and third is equal to, and we'll pass in a tuple instead, right? And then we'll do it backwards. So if we save and run that, you can see that in args we get hello 25 in the list, and in kwargs, right, we get first, which has the value of hello, second with the value of 62, and third with the tuple that we passed in. And if you notice, args just prints it out with parentheses around it, so you can kind of think of it like a tuple, right? But if you notice, kwargs has the curly braces, and if you watched the earlier video about dictionaries and how those work, right, then you know that with dictionaries you make them with the curly braces. So that's why I was saying with kwargs, just think of them like dictionaries, and it will click a lot easier. But yeah, so that's it for this tutorial of args and kwargs. If you do have questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you want me to go more in depth, let me know that as well. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time.